Hello YouTube, it's Melissa, and I thought it'd be fun for me to show you how I document typically my vacation photos or trip. I don't really do mini albums anymore, so I just incorporate it into our family album. So I will go ahead and we just took a spring break trip like we do every year. We go visit family, we go to the same spot, so we do a lot of the same things. So I don't feel every year I need to document every single solitary thing. So yeah, I just try to pick the highlights. I do have all the photos, I just don't need to do every single one. So I'm going to go ahead quickly and show you how I incorporated them in my album and what my intentions are for this year. Okay, so here's my family album. This is actually from 2016. It's 12 by 12. I incorporate pocket pages as well as 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12. So I'll do my best to make sure everything is in shot. So I'm just gonna go right to, here we go. Okay, so this year I documented leading out with a 12 by 12 layout, just saying, hey, here we go. And then I went right into the pocket page, and this happens to be one of those panoramic pocket pages, so it flips out like this. So yeah, you get some extra photos. And yeah, I went right from the 12 by 12 on this side into the details of our trip. I included like some voided pockets with just some shells and some Project Life cards and whatnot. So, but the one thing that I like about this is that it's the highlights from our trip. You know, it's just stuff that I want to remember because I know I'll forget. So, and it's in our family album, so it's not in a separate album in a separate place. It's just going through our year. And I typically do that every year. Okay, so the way I get started is I decided first, kind of, not really the pictures I wanted to print. This is just an old notebook. I keep notes in it, and then I just throw them out as I go for Project Life and whatnot. I decided I wanted to use, well, the first thing I decided I wasn't going to use a leading page, so no 12 by 12 or 8.5 by 11 full layout going into the spring break. I just was going to start right into the pocket pages and call it good. I always really want to make note that there is like a title page that I like to have, or a title pocket and whatnot. So I decided on design A from Becky Higgins. This is 2 4x6, 4 3x4, 2 4x6. And then I went and made little grids in my notebook of the actual layout. I went in my computer and listed the photos that I wanted to do. Some don't make the cut, some do. You know, I make note of the orientation so that I know kind of how to place them in the pockets. This one, I wanted to add a couple more photos, not many, just a couple. And so I went through and I had a scrap of a design G. I usually keep scraps because that allows me to use them with my fuse tool to make shaker cards and whatnot. So this happens to be 2 4x6s. And what I'll do is I'll close this end with my fuse. And again, this is a scrap of a design G. So this, I decided, will lead in to the rest of my layout. So the next thing I do, I don't think I didn't point it out in the first little share that I showed, is that I pick from, I have a couple of these, not many, but I have a couple of these little pockets, and they're from the Cropper Hopper, and they have a slot for 12 by 12 paper in the back. So this is what I consider very, very themey paper. I've got probably like 10 or so sheets, and the little bits of ephemera that I feel like are just all vacation related, that I really wouldn't use any other place but to document a vacation. And I have one 6x6 pad. So I go ahead and pull that out, and I decide on a color. And what I do there is I go ahead and put a piece of cardstock in each of these pockets, front and back, so that allows me the flexibility to do staples and sewing if I want, and it won't interfere with the back side. And plus 2 keeps everything nice and tucked in here a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and pick my cardstock, cut it down, get it tucked into my sleeves, and then I'm going to print my photographs. And like I mentioned, they're already listed here. I've got the numbers down. I just need to go through and open up my photo program and print them. I print from home on my printer at home, and I will get them started, and I'll be back. All right, YouTube, I'm back, and like I mentioned, if I remember, I'm actually going to insert a photo here, or very in the beginning here, of what my photos look like after they've been cut down and laid out to where I think I want them, where I've gone through the embellishments, and I've also chosen some things that are very good possibilities, you know, just like auditioning pieces from my stash, kind of where I want them. So after that, I have then scooped them up and got ready to get started. Now, like I mentioned, it was going in my family album, so here's my 2017 album, and I'll take it out of the book, but I kind of want to show you how this looks. Okay, so make sure I'm in frame here. So yeah, going through, you guys have seen all these layouts. I've done video shares of them already. But so then coming up to here, this is how this would look. And I actually ended up not needing to do my fuse tool because this is got some nice dimensions, so it's not falling out. It's in there. So what I did first was I used my Cameo, and I've used this cut in the past on pages, but it's just from the store, and I went and de-stressed a little piece of background white with some Tim Holtz ink. I did like a red, an orange, and a yellow, and then I did some water splatters, and this is a wood veneer. I'm not exactly sure where it's from because this is old stuff from my stash. I'm just trying to make my way through. I went and did Off We Go. This is the same technique that I used in my last video where I used the Heidi Swap. These were for sticky words, and they were supposed to be used with the mink. And I took the stick off and used a alcohol marker on them. And then some bits of ephemera from my stash. And also I want to keep in mind that I did in fact, you know, starting, like I said, with my last layout, I did in fact stay true to my list of 7 things off of my stash busting list. So already I've used my Cameo and wood veneer and old stuff from my stash. I've got a clip here, stamps, and so yeah, just making my way. This is a really old, this is a stamp from a Snapchat. So and this will just get tucked right in here. So then I'll show you this piece, and so yeah, just using old stickers and things. This was actually maybe from a crate paper. The pool party, I cut it in half. It was a sun. I just wanted it to be around my kids. And then whenever they're in the pool, I have a stash of these little fun splash epoxy stickers I like to add to pool pictures. And then this is a stamp, Perfect Catch. And this is a wood veneer, so something else from my stash busting list. Old pieces of ephemera, and like I mentioned, I ended up using craft as my background. So I took 2 sheets of 12 by 12 and cut them down, and then I had a scrap that I was able to use for this piece. So yeah, just using clear stickers. This card I kind of made with some old wood veneer and a permanent marker, and then some stickers and die cuts and things. Just use my typewriter for my journaling. This was a frame, so something else in my stash busting. Puffy stickers. And then, you know, more old stickers, stamps, clear stickers, a piece of flair, something else for my stash busting. And yeah, just kind of keeping it very simple, you know. This is an old card and more clear stickers. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my share and how I document vacations, project lifestyle in my family yearly album. I have started doing it this way probably for the last, I don't know, 4 years maybe, and I really enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them. This is old product, so if it's a product question, I'll do my best. And yeah, you can find me over on Facebook at Cut It Up Creations, on Instagram at Cut It Up Creations, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.